From downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight on the special edition of 4 News Now. I'm Emily Bloom, filling in tonight for Jordan Smith. We are going to send things straight out to Julian Minenzone, who is live in Pullman tonight. Julian?
Well, thank you, Emily. Usually homecoming at Washington State is a memorable event, but tonight the Cougars put up a performance that they'd like to forget, losing 44-6 to Arizona. Now, you could put this to a lot of things of why Washington State lost this game. You could point to the 3 turnovers by the Cougars offense. You could point to a non-existent running game, just 35 rushing yards as a team for the Cougars tonight. And you could even point to Arizona and their backup quarterback, Noah Fifita, who has stepped in with a stellar job over the past few weeks. He had 342 passing yards in this game again today. You can point to a lot of things, but it comes down to energy, effort, and urgency. And the Cougars had none of that, and they frankly haven't had any of that over the last few weeks since coming off the bye week. They came off the bye week hoping to be rested and relaxed and recovered against UCLA. They came up flat. They came out hopefully with some energy, and fans were hoping for a lot of homecoming excitement and enthusiasm, but frankly they just looked a little bit uninterested. And Washington State now is in a position where they need to figure things out quickly before taking on a very tough Oregon team who lost today, and not to mention going on the road to Autzen Stadium, which is arguably one of the toughest places to play in the Pac-12. This is a crucial turning point of the season for Washington State, because not only are they potentially playing themselves out of a Pac-12 championship, but they're also potentially playing themselves out of a bowl game, something that was a foregone conclusion just a few weeks ago when they were sitting at 4-0. Now, we're going to hear from the team a little bit later in the show and what Jake Dickert had to say about today's tough and rather embarrassing loss to Arizona. But for now, reporting in Pullman, Julian Minenzone, 4 News Now Sports.
Thanks, Julian. A few hours before the Cougs' loss against the Wildcats, the Oregon Ducks and Washington Huskies faced off, with Saturday afternoon's game coming down to the wire. With just seconds left, the Oregon kicker missed the potential game-tying field goal to send the game into overtime. The Huskies came out on top in the shootout, winning 36-33 and defending both their home turf and their undefeated record. And the Gonzaga women's basketball team is in the preseason favorite to win the West Coast Conference. Today, we got our first look at the team. Fans packed the McCarthy Center for the Numerica Fan Fest. The Zags won the regular season title for the 18th time last year. This year, they are looking even tougher. Kaylin Trong, Yvonne Ejim, and Brenna Maxwell were selected for the All-WCC preseason team. Today was all about getting fans ready for another run to the big dance.
I'm really excited. I'm the season ticket holder, and we have everybody back, so we should have a really good season.
Gonzaga's first name this year is November 6th at Montana. Their first home game is November 12th against Toledo. And fall weather is in full swing, and with that, a few bouts of rain right around the corner. Meteorologist Matt Gray is in studio to help you plan out your days ahead.
And we are tracking a little bit of rain moving in tonight. And the good news is overnight rain means that we'll see some clearing conditions tomorrow, and some good news if you have plans on Sunday across the inland Northwest. But at least for the time being, we are going to see at least a little bit of light rain around the region for the next few hours. We take a little bit of a look in here on your radar and satellite picture, and we've got some rain moving through Whitman County. So far, it's been taking some time for the middle and lower atmosphere to moisten up enough for rain to actually be falling out of these moisture-laden clouds. But it's likely as the hours go on and the minutes go on that we will have a much better chance to see some actual rain coming out of these rain clouds here in the next several minutes. So we're looking at that across Whitman County and in many places in central Washington. You can see where we have some heavier bouts of rain just south of Wilbur and Electric City and in the Cooley City area, and also that band of wet weather that's moving over Whitman County, and some more rain potentially moving into Moses Lake. So that's what's happening right now. Things looking a little bit better for tomorrow, but there is more rain on the way, and I'll show you when it gets here coming up.
And across the western U.S. today, people were looking to the sky for this, the annular solar eclipse, with the moon passing in front of the sun, creating the, quote, ring of fire. Here in Spokane, Mobius Discovery Center handed out, that is, special solar glasses so kids could catch a glimpse of it. Despite the cloudy weather, many families with kids showed up to learn about the eclipse through many hands-on activities today. One mother from Spangle says it was worth it to bring the whole family.
And we homeschool our kids, so it's nice to be able to come down and have a lot of extra supplies and people with new perspectives, and they teach in different ways. So.
Event organizers took this photo through solar glasses and sent it to us. Thankfully, people were still able to see the solar eclipse around 10 a.m. this morning. And we have more local news ahead on this special edition of 4 News Now. The Carl Maxey Center was busy today with folks bringing in memories to honor Black history. We'll bring you there next. Plus, rallies are happening across the world to show support for the victims of Israel and Palestine. Tomorrow, folks in our region are taking to Riverfront Park to do the same. We'll go over what you can expect in just a few minutes.
And it's going to be a mild night tonight, low 50s, upper 40s, cloudy skies, and a chance to pick up a little bit of light rain. The daytime tomorrow is looking a lot better, but there is more rain on the way, and I'll show you when it gets here after this break.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU, not for profit, all for Spokane.
It's the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus, get 4 years, no interest financing. The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
This isn't the end. I know it feels like it sometimes. I know that it can be such a struggle to get out of bed in the morning, to move forward, just take one more step. But you have to. There's no other choice. You can't continue the way you've been going. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. There's always someone who's going to be there to help you.
This is a story of first downs and second chances.
I wanted to keep playing, but my feet hurt.
You'd think all those big league experts could have helped.
You have access to anything, but none of it worked.
His football career ended, but his plantar fasciitis pain didn't. Till he found the Good Feet store.
I got fitted for my arch supports. Let me tell you something. They work.
Now, he recommends Good Feet to
anybody. If you move, go to the Good Feet store.
So get moving. Come in for your free fitting.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
What I want people to know about Numerica's involvement is that it's genuine.
I work at a company that supports the community because we're a part of it.
It's important to give back to the community you live in.
We are truly here to help, and we're passionate about it.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
Accusations of abuse and neglect at a North Idaho youth home. Are children in danger there? Robin Nance went to the home's owner to get answers.
The article says Cornerstone repeatedly put children in harm's way.
Watch Wednesday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Dreaming of the delightful drowsiness of the perfect mattress? Then the incredible value sale at Denver Mattress is for you. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Score sweet savings on some serious shut-eye only at Denver Mattress.
Spokane Valley will start winterizing its parks on Monday. That means restrooms will be closed, drinking fountains and splash pads will be turned off. And then from Monday until April 14th of next year, park hours will be 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
I don't like that, Emily. I don't like it. Winter is right around the corner, unfortunately. Although I got to say, with the way our temperatures are going, it looks like we're going to have an extended kind of early fall feeling in our forecast as we continue with some pretty mild temperatures. We will have a little bit of rain overnight. The warmth continues for Sunday and dry as well during the daytime hours, but by the time we get to Monday, we're looking at more rain in the forecast. And you can see all the green lighting up on the radar across central Washington and in the Palouse. All this will be tracking from west to east as we head through the night. And so our best chances for some wet weather around Spokane will be as we head towards about 11 o'clock tonight through about 1 or 2 in the morning. By the time we're waking up, things should be fairly calm, but pretty mild as we only drop down into the upper 40s. And in some cases, only the low 50s. We're only getting down to 50 degrees tonight in Coeur d'Alene, 50 degrees in Kellogg as well, and mid 50s in the LC Valley. So that's been a trend where we have seen very much warm morning temperatures, and that trend looks like it will be continuing. You can see our forecast computer picking up on some of the dry air that this rain is trying to fight through to get down to the ground. And so not expecting a lot of notable rain totals out of this as we go through the night. Maybe it just feels a little bit damp on your lawn as you get up in the morning, but that's about it. No significant rain out of this particular system tonight. As we head into tomorrow, another chance for a little bit of rain in the North Cascades. Places like Omak, Oroville, and Republic. Also a shot to pick up at least a little bit of rain, but the majority of us are going to be pretty dry on Sunday. Now, as we head into Monday, a little bit of a different story. Sunshine to wake up. Clouds quickly, though, moving in, especially in eastern Washington. And by the time we get into the afternoon, a much stronger push of moisture comes across the mountains. We'll start off with light rain in central Washington. And by the time we head into the afternoon and the evening, you'll want to have your raincoats around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. And that will be our best chance here over the next week to pick up some wet weather. We'll even see some scattered showers behind the main body of this cold front that's going to come through as we head into late Monday evening. And so this is a change here from the last few days where it looked like Monday and Tuesday we might be able to get a little smattering of rain. Now it looks like pretty much everything is coming in on Monday, and so a really strong chance for some rain on Monday, especially in the second half of the day. Tuesday's weather is actually looking a lot better. Same goes for Sunday's weather as well, compared to just a few days ago when things were a little more murky in this part of the forecast. As you plan out your day for tomorrow, partly mostly cloudy skies, very similar to what we saw today, and really mild temperatures. Normally our highs are just breaking 60 degrees. Instead, we'll be in the upper 60s, and a few of us will even get into the 70s, such as around the Palouse, St. Mary's, Grand Coulee, upper 70s in the LC Valley. Everywhere else will be in the middle and upper 60s. This is going to be a trend that sticks around for a while. Yeah, a little cool down on Tuesday, but we warm right back up again. And we have some beautiful weather by the time we get to the end of this week.
Looking pretty nice. Thanks, Matt. Well, community members in East Central Spokane unboxed some of their favorite memories today. People brought everything from photographs to books to the Carl Maxey Center to recognize and honor Black history. Peter Choi has that story.
I'm here at Carl Maxey Center, and take a look at this, what's going on behind me. They're actually scanning a photo like this one and making a digital copy right now. And the owner of this picture tells me he brought this today to bring awareness of Black history in Spokane for future generations.
And in the late 90s, I found these photos of ceremonies, awards, recognition, graduation celebrations.
Memories from 19 different photos. His favorite is when he was a college basketball player at Gonzaga University.
In my sophomore year, about 1976, 1977.
Dr. Scott Finney teaches Africana Studies at Eastern Washington. He wants to share history and the continuing development of education for African American students in Spokane.
So education has always been the centerpiece. And of course, for 225 years under slavery, literacy was denied. So this is a major part of I would say, the incorporation of the African American experience here in the United States.
It's something that is really hard to find across all of the archives in Spokane. The stories are there. There's a really rich Black history here.
Dana Bronson with the Spokane Public Library says the goal is to create a place for the public to have easier access to Black history.
The first step is kind of this digital archive. It's sustainable. Since we're not actually taking materials from people, it's an easier way to kind of do a first step to documenting this history. And by putting it online, it's available for everyone to learn from and celebrate.
Bronson says people can still bring materials to the Spokane Public Library to add to the archive. You can find more information about the digital archives on our website, kxly.com. In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Neighbors in East Central are still waiting for plans to improve safety for pedestrians. In February, the Magnolia Street pedestrian bridge was removed, and plans for the detours are still up in the air. The pedestrian route detour was put in place when the Magnolia Street pedestrian bridge was removed. Doug Trudeau, the chair of the East Central Neighborhood Council, says he was told months ago there would be improvements. Some areas are dark and don't have accessible sidewalks. Ryan Overton with Washington State DOT told us they're working with the city to make the changes happen.
What that will entail will be improvement to the sidewalks, additional lighting, and ability so people can walk or bike in to get around over that period of time until they can get the bridge completed.
They are hoping that we can get that this fall, but it'll be really weather dependent, so we are close. It is being awarded, but it may not happen until early 2024 just because of weather implications.
Trudeau says once those improvements are made, it'll be done for years, even after replacement pedestrian bridges are put back in place. For now, he just wants his neighborhood connected. And a rally is planned for Israel tomorrow at Riverfront Park. According to the Spokane Coalition for Israel Facebook page, the rally is set for 4 o'clock tomorrow at the fountain in Riverfront Park. There have been rallies for both Israel and Palestine across the country over the last few days. We asked Police Chief Craig Midal if any extra precautions are being taken for the planned rally.
We absolutely will. Again, right now we know emotions are running high on every side of this equation. So we will have extra police officers present. And again, as a nation who celebrates their First Amendment right, we absolutely want people to come out.
According to an online post earlier this week, the Party for Socialism and Liberation is planning a pro-Palestine protest at City Hall right before the City Council meeting. And coming up later in the show, we'll take a closer look at the updates coming out of Israel and recommendations from a pediatric psychologist on the best approach to talking with your kids about the war. Plus, the LGBTQ community and their supporters have been under attack. Pride flags ripped down, gay-friendly businesses egged and vandalized. We hear from neighbors coming up.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Fred Meyer, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
There's nothing better than the delightful, dozing, dreamy drowsiness that comes with the perfect mattress. And at Denver Mattress, finding your perfect mattress has never been easier. And during the incredible value sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or take 10% off our entire Denver Mattress brand lineup. Plus 4 years no interest and free shipping. Score some sweet savings on some serious shut-eye only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
Are you ready for winter and unexpected power outages? Talk with the experts at Country Homes Power to find the best fireplace to protect your home, even when the power goes out. Like Valor gas fireplaces. Visit Country Homes Power today.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly seared filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA-free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone Pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-8021. That's 1-800-898-8021. Or order online at buygranitestone.com.
You never know
who you're helping by sharing your story.
Don't let nobody hold you down.
And like people think y'all look alike, you can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
At Fred Meyer, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
Take a look at this video right here on your screen of a pride flag being ripped down from one Spokane family's porch by someone wearing a mask. 1 block away, Wishing Tree Bookstore not only had their pride flag ripped down, but was also egged. These are just the latest in a string of attacks on the LGBTQ community that's been going on for over a month now. Some people targeted by these vandals are still shaken up. Paul Dillon lives less than a block away from Odyssey Youth Movement, which has been the target of vandals for over a month. Just around 1 a.m. Friday morning, Dillon says he checked his Ring camera to see a masked man dressed in all black ripping his pride flag off of his front porch.
Feels like a very coordinated effort to intimidate and harass the residents of Perry and our LGBTQ plus businesses and organizations.
Despite this hate aimed at them, the victims of these thefts say they plan to replace their pride flags and keep them up. And Spokane police say there have been at least 10 reported incidents between smashed pumpkins and the damaged or stolen pride flags in the Perry district. Because these crimes are targeted towards a specific group, police say it's reasonable to assume that this is in fact a hate crime. SPD is utilizing both the major crimes and SPEAR units to investigate the crimes, and they're increasing patrols in the neighborhood and asking the Perry neighborhood to look through their Ring doorbell footage from last night between midnight and 2 a.m. to see if there's anything that helps identify these people, like a car or the direction they were heading. Chief Maidal says this community is concerned and he has a clear message for the people that are responsible.
This is causing great concern to the community. And without knowing who they are, knowing what their intent is, this is something they need to stop doing. We're going to continue to follow up on every single lead until we can find out who you are.
Chief Maidal says these suspects are facing theft and malicious mischief charges, but those charges are amplified if a judge determines these to in fact be hate crimes. His message to the community is to rally together and adamantly stand against this type of behavior. And if you learn anything about the people who could be involved, you are encouraged to report that to Crime Check. 4 News Now will be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Monster tacos are back at Jack in the Box, along with new spicy Angry Monster tacos. Come and get them. We dare.
We dare you. Get 2 for just $3.
Discover fall in Coeur d'Alene. Experience the hidden treasure of autumn in our serene lakeside town. As the lively energy of summer subsides, the town embraces the tranquility of fall. Guests can unwind and find solace by the glistening lake. See for yourself why fall is Coeur d'Alene's best-kept secret. Book your fall foliage lake cruise overnight package now and make memories that will warm your heart for years to come.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
This is the kind of card that has America talking. With it, people with Medicare are getting all-in-one coverage for their doctor visits, hospital care, prescription drugs, and more. This kind of insurance, called Medicare Part C, may also cover dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, fitness programs, vitamins, even healthy meals and rides to the doctor. With this kind of coverage, you do not need a Medicare supplement insurance plan. You will access your benefits through your Medicare Part C plan for one low and oftentimes $0 monthly plan premium. You deserve to get the most from your Medicare benefits. Call now for free information that may help you get more coverage for less money. There is no obligation to enroll. Whether for yourself or someone you love, call the number on the screen now. Call now.
3, 2, 1.
Live is entertainment's #1 talk show.
We have a lively audience today.
You're the worst Instagram boyfriend of all time.
You know why? Because I am not your boyfriend.
Weekdays at 9 and 3.
How do you take 2 100% all-white meat chicken strips on a brioche bun loaded with fries and bacon bits and make it even better? By adding 3 delicious sauces to it. Just call me the boss of sauce. Try my chicken sauced and loaded Sandos today.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
11 days after Kevin McCarthy lost the House speakership, the dysfunction in Congress continues. No one in the Republican conference has enough support to be elected Speaker, and the Majority Leader Steve Scalise dropping his bid, and now Jim Jordan has earned enough votes to secure the nomination, but still doesn't have enough support to win a vote on the House floor. Here's ABC's Mary Alice Parks with the details.
The chaos continues on Capitol Hill. 11 days after Kevin McCarthy was ousted, still no new Speaker of the House.
It's 4% of the conference with all the Democrats that want this chaos.
Congressman Steve Scalise of Louisiana dropping out of the race after realizing he wouldn't have the support. Representative Jim Jordan receiving 124 votes to secure the nomination. He says he believes he can unite the party. The Ohio representative is one of the Republicans leading the impeachment inquiry into President Biden and the founder of the far-right House Freedom Caucus that often gave McCarthy trouble.
I'm in. I think so, yes. I feel very confident in that.
Jordan, who is supported by the former Speaker, still doesn't have the 217 votes needed on the House floor to win the gavel. After a tense 5-hour meeting, a secret ballot showed 55 Republicans would not support Jordan for Speaker. There is concern among some Republicans that no one can unite the party.
There's not a person in America, and that includes the Republican conference, that is going to get 217 votes out of this body. Just not.
Without a speaker, no legislative business can move forward. No aid to Israel or Ukraine can be approved.
House Republicans have chosen to triple down on the chaos, triple down on the dysfunction, and triple down on the extremism.
More, there is that spending deadline looming next month. The country could see a government shutdown unless Congress gets to work. Mary Alice Parks, ABC News, Washington.
And an execution date is now set for Idaho's longest-serving death row inmate. This would be the first time the state has executed a prisoner in more than a decade. Thomas Creech was originally convicted for killing 2 people in Valley County in 1974. He was also convicted for beating a fellow inmate to death in 1983. He is set to be executed by lethal injection on November 8th. And coming up in just a few minutes, we bring you the updates coming out of Israel. 2 parents in Long Island say their 21-year-old son is one of the hostages being held by Hamas. His parents last heard from him over a week ago. That story coming up. Plus, organizations from across the globe are showing their support in big ways for the victims of the war. How they're stepping up, coming up next.
And we're keeping an eye on some wet weather moving across the inland northwest tonight. We're also watching some pretty warm October temperatures that look like they're going to be sticking around for a little while. All that plus when the next round of rain will appear on Monday. Coming up.
Download the 4 News Now app today. Accusations of abuse and neglect at a North Idaho youth home. Are children in danger there? Robin Nance went to the home's owner to get answers.
The article says Cornerstone repeatedly put children in harm's way.
Watch Wednesday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
At St. Joseph's Indian School,
We know that a Native American child's future depends on a strong foundation.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, they care for the kids.
Our students come from many places, seeking a good education, a safe place to learn, and Native American values that enrich their lives.
It's on us to teach our younger generations, our children.
At St. Joseph's Indian School, children get their best chance to succeed in life.
I like being here because I live and learn at St. Joseph's. When I'm here, I feel like I'm home.
Our children are our greatest endeavor. By investing in their education, we honor their past and secure their future. To learn more, go to stjo.org today.
Accusations of abuse and neglect at a North Idaho youth home.
I have never seen things like I saw at Cornerstone.
Fights, suicide attempts, rape, all part of a shocking 82-page complaint.
My biggest concern, is that a kid is going to die.
Why is the home still operating? And are children in danger there? Robin Nance went to the home's owner to get answers.
The article says Cornerstone repeatedly put children in harm's way.
Watch Wednesday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
It's time, y'all. Come on! It's a new season in NYC.
A new season of Kelly starts Monday at a special time. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Israel has been relentlessly bombing Gaza since last Saturday's brutal terror attacks by Hamas militants. And now Israeli officials say a ground invasion is coming soon. Here's ABC's Allison Kosick with the details.
Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari making the announcement in a national broadcast on Saturday, saying the Israel Defense Force will broadly attack Gaza City very soon, with an emphasis on ground operations. The announcement made, according to the IDF, because it wants to avoid harming civilians. The IDF says over the last few days, its soldiers have fought Hamas terrorists in Israeli areas around the Gaza Strip, regaining control of communities. Israel vowing to annihilate Hamas, relentlessly bombing Gaza since last Saturday's brutal attack by Hamas militants. Israel urging civilians in the northern part of the Gaza Strip to move south immediately.
Hamas has brought this upon us, and we are now responding to the situation. And yes, we will employ significant military capabilities wherever our troops will be and wherever Hamas is. So it's an environment that is difficult and dangerous for civilians. We will do our best not to strike civilians. They are not our enemy.
ABC News has been following Tala Herzala's story.
We're leaving our house right now, and we don't know where to go.
She says she tried to evacuate, but there were bombings, so she returned home. President Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu again on Saturday, reaffirming U.S. support of Israel. According to the White House, Biden also spoke with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas and condemned Hamas's attack on Israel, and that they discussed efforts to bring humanitarian assistance to Palestinians, particularly those in Gaza.
The humanitarian crisis in Gaza, innocent Palestinian families, and the vast majority have nothing to do with Hamas. They're being used as human shields.
Allison Kosick, ABC News, New York.
2 parents in Long Island, New York, say their son is one of the hostages being held by Hamas. Ronan and Orna Nutra say they received confirmation about their son Omar's abduction Monday night from an Israeli consulate member. They say the last time they heard from their 21-year-old son, Omar, was last Friday before the terror attacks. His parents say Omar, who was a dual citizen of Israel and the U.S., took a gap year in Israel to connect with his family roots. They say he was doing what he believed in when he was abducted, that is, protecting the people of Israel. And Disney will be donating $2 million to organizations providing humanitarian relief in Israel following last week's terror attacks by Hamas. In a statement, Disney CEO Robert Iger condemned the attacks and says the company will continue to work to find more ways to support the region and help those affected by the war. Disney said it is donating $1 million to an organization that provides medical and blood banking services in Israel. The company will be donating another $1 million to other nonprofit organizations working in the region with a focus on those that are helping children. Disney also says it is matching up to $25,000 in charitable donations made by employees. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has sent medical supplies to support Gaza. The supplies landed in Egypt close to the Rafah crossing on Saturday, according to the WHO director. The supplies haven't been sent to Gaza yet. The organization is waiting on humanitarian access through the crossing. And with so much going on overseas right now, it can be easy to get overwhelmed, especially on social media, where a lot of graphic videos and photos are being shared. And it's not just adults seeing those troubling images, but kids as well. So what can parents do to help limit their exposure? Dr. Amy Lee, a pediatric psychologist with Cleveland Clinic Children's, she says parents should talk to kids about taking breaks from social media and what kind of content they should be avoiding. They can also ask them about whether they've seen anything on their feeds that could be upsetting.
Younger kids are going to be more concerned with their own safety or changes that may happen in their own, smaller world. And so parents can offer reassurance, or they can offer simple explanations of how situations may be different in different places.
Dr. Lee says for younger kids, there should be more parental control over social media. However, if a child does see something upsetting, it's best to have open communication. She recommends talking to them about it in an age-appropriate way. She says parents also need to be mindful of what they're watching when their children are around.
And although we saw a few sprinkles this morning, it was a pretty nice day across the inland northwest. More rain, however, is moving into the region tonight. Now, for most areas, even though the rain is moving over, it's not reaching the ground just yet. But as our atmosphere continues to moisten through the night, we will see eventually some rain get down to the ground across eastern Washington. And there is plenty of wet weather trying to fill in across the area. We'll start with areas furthest to the east where there is some rain between Endicott and Colfax. Rosalia also has a chance for a sprinkle here. It looks like for now, though, the heavier precipitation is moving north of the Pullman area. We also have a chance for a little bit of sprinkle action south on 195 from downtown Spokane. Some places like Spangle and the Plaza area will be watching for that wet weather to try and move into the Dishman microregion as we head through the next 30 minutes. Now, between now and about 1 or 2 in the morning is our best chance for rain around the local area. Mild temperatures in the morning and then some good weather, but for exactly how long, I'll let you know coming up.
Thanks, Matt. Well, we do have more to cover coming up on this special edition of 4 News Now. Calling all pickleball fans. You're not going to want to miss this. And the opportunity to sharpen your game year-round could be on the horizon. Details coming up. And you may be able to catch a glimpse of the fall foliage by looking out your window or, hey, taking a walk. But coming up, we give you a unique vantage point as the Air 4 drone flies above one of the most picturesque areas of our region.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Are you ready for winter and unexpected power outages? Talk with the experts at Country Homes Power to find the best fireplace to protect your home, even when the power goes out. Like Valor Gas Fireplaces. Visit Country Homes Power today.
If you're going to work out doing this, then you've just got to do this. The 10-minute tummy tuck to slim away double the belly fat. That's right. Now you can turn regular diet and exercise into 2 times more effective. So if you're going to do this, then you've got to do this to get twice the fat slimming.
It's just disappeared. The fat is gone. I've never had a waist this size. Never. And with the tummy tuck, it's easy.
You simply apply the thermal accelerator, slide on the tummy tuck belt, do 2 minutes of tummy tightener exercises, and in 10 minutes, you can take it off. And the tummy tuck ignites a fat-burning chain reaction that lasts for hours, even while you're doing nothing. Yes, just watch this time-lapse thermal imaging. After the belt is taken off, the temperature continues to rise for over 3 hours. And best of all, you don't have to wear the belt when you exercise. Just do the tummy tuck in the morning, then exercise whenever you want.
It's so amazing. I can't get over it. The fat is disappearing.
And it's so effective, it works even without changing your lifestyle.
I didn't change a single thing about my lifestyle. I did not change my eating habits, nothing.
Just look at this state-of-the-art ultrasound imaging showing the tummy fat layer is being slimmed away.
This is the slimmest I've been. I've never had results like this.
My stomach is so much flatter now. It worked.
And now, for just $19.99, you can try the Tummy Tuck, which comes in 3 flexible fit sizes to fit small to big tummies. Plus, the Thermal Accelerator Cream and the step-by-step video and guide, all for just $19.99. Plus, the Tummy Tuck is guaranteed or your money back.
This actually did work. It definitely worked. You're getting what you were promised.
It's real. The fat has fallen off. It's gone.
So call now.
Call 1-800-293-1637 or log on to 10minutetommytuck.com. That's 1-800-293-1637. Call now.
Saturday on Svengoolie's Halloween Bonanza double feature.
What are we doing tonight?
Watch Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, then it's Invaders from Mars.
Watch Svengoolie's Halloween Bonanza.
Saturday night at 8 on MeTV 4.2.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
All right, pickleball fans, gear up and get ready to serve because a new sports facility with indoor courts may be underway here in Spokane. Records show it could be built at the corner of Lincoln and Mallon. A pre-development application with the city shows that the nearly 13,000 square foot property would have pickleball courts, a cafe, and virtual golf. I like that one. Members of Spokane's pickleball community say they're excited. They want more indoor courts, especially with temperatures dropping.
It brings so much more fun to this neighborhood that's growing with the arena and the podium. We're excited, of course, for us. It's going to, bring more attention to our business and to Bucks Tire and Automotive. We're just thrilled. We're thrilled to have some more excitement and more movement in the neighborhood.
All that's left is the permit application, and once that is submitted, and if approved, the facility will officially be underway. And 5 sports are one step closer to becoming part of the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. We're talking about baseball and softball, cricket, lacrosse, flag football, and squash. That's the list of sports that could be a part of the 2028 Olympics. Those sports were approved by the International Olympic Committee Executive Board today. Now the recommendation just needs to be rubber stamped by the Olympic Committee. Each host city under IOC rules approved a few years ago can request the inclusion of several sports for their edition of the games.
3, 2, 1, engine ignition. And liftoff.
NASA's Psyche mission is now underway. Its goal is to study that metal asteroid in deep space that could represent the core of an early planetary building block. The metal world is located in the outer part of the main asteroid belt between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars. Matt, I'm sure that you are interested in that.
Sounds pretty metal, Emily. Sounds pretty metal. Now, we go to your weather forecast because I don't have a good transition for that. So we have seen some pretty warm temperatures lately. In fact, just a couple of weekends ago, we were in the upper 70s. Not quite that warm now, but upper 60s like we have seen in many places this weekend is well above where we would be normally here in mid-October. And we just keep on getting cooler. Our average highs in just a few days will be in the upper 50s, and we just continue here to stay above that. In the mornings, it's even more pronounced how warm it is compared to the average. Normally, our low temperatures in the morning start to fall into the 30s at this point in the year, and we are going to be well into the 40s. So something's up with the weather pattern, and here is what it is. Big storm system in the Gulf of Alaska. Normally, these things eventually progress their way into the inland northwest, or at least pieces of them do. This one, however, not going to head this direction. And so while it sits out here, we continue to see these overall wind flow in our atmosphere out of the south and out of the west. And that keeps things on the warm side for us. And that's what we're going to see here over the next week and what looks like to be the bulk of the rest of October. So another warm month coming in the books here in the inland northwest. Not that anybody's complaining when you have nice temperatures like this in the afternoon. We're going to spend a good chunk of tomorrow in the 60s, and it's going to be fairly dry as well. We'll continue to see those spotty showers through the overnight, but as we're getting up in the morning, things will be looking much nicer. Could see a few areas of patchy fog as well if you do get some decent rain. So let's fast forward here. Not a ton of rain accumulation here through the overnight with some of that drier air still in place. It's going to hold down some of that rain production. As we head into tomorrow, chance in the North Cascades all the way to the Lake Roosevelt area for a little bit of rain in the evening. Most of us, though, are going to stay pretty dry. Then as we head into Monday, Monday's the day you want to have the rain gear out, right? You take it with you in the morning because by the afternoon, we're going to see wet weather moving in. This is about 2 in the afternoon. Central Washington and the Cascades, seeing some of that rain. Gets a little heavier as it moves up into elevation into North Idaho and into eastern Washington. And so this, as we head towards that kind of 4 p.m. to 7, 8 o'clock in the evening time frame, that's where we're going to see the wet weather with a chance for a few more showers as we head through the night and into the very early Tuesday morning. Here is your Sunday temperatures. Look, still some 70s on the board here. Once again, definitely on the more unusual side for mid-October. We'll also see some windy weather with that rain that comes in for Monday. The middle and end of the week, though, looking beautiful once again. We stay cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday, but not for very long. We're back up into the upper 60s and with some beautiful conditions to close out this coming week.
Some pretty nice weather ahead of us. Thanks, Matt. Well, in this week's Air for Adventure, we are soaring over Moscow for a look at some fall foliage as we head over the University of Idaho's Arboretum.
We are at the University of Idaho Arboretum and Botanical Garden on the University of Idaho campus, started in 1982. The most amazing thing about this place is that it is all a gift to the University of Idaho. It was all done with donations, and it was all done with relatively small donations, a little at a time. So I think the idealistic goal would be to try to grow essentially every possible plant that would be hardy in this climate. And of course, that's impossible, but we do have a pretty wide range of plants here. We have over 17,000 documented plants in the Arboretum. There's over 1,100 different species. The fall foliage is pretty spectacular. We have collections of particularly eastern North American hardwoods. The maples and the oaks are pretty spectacular, but there's a whole range of other things that color. We start with fall color in the middle of September, and it'll run into early November. Lots of classes use the Arboretum. Generally, pretty much any time the weather's decent enough for classes to be out here, I'll see a class or two every day. Primary purposes of the Arboretum is to provide a place with some solitude and hopefully some beauty for people to assemble and enjoy. There is lots of gold and some silver out here. And if you look really closely, you can even find some black.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Our beautiful courses welcome you. Downriver, Esmeralda, Indian Canyon, and Qualchin. It's your time to enjoy the game. There are no bad golf days. Book your tee time online at SpokaneGolf.org.
Need to refresh your room in your home?
Yeah, have you seen this place?
Well, right now, you can get a look you love and save big during the home makeover sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. You'll also find huge savings on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Plus, get 4 years no-interest financing.
I love it.
The home makeover sale, on now at Furniture Row.
The doctor will see you now.
But do they really? Do they see that crick in your neck? That ache in your heart? Will they see that funny little thing that wasn't there last year? The new bounce in your step? The way your retinal scan connects to your blood sugar? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you.
Property crime increasing. Shootings in our parks. Homelessness crisis getting worse. Spokane, it doesn't have to be this way. Safer neighborhoods, a vibrant downtown, and people in need getting real help. That's my vision for our future. I'm Kim Please, candidate for Spokane City Council President. I'm a new voice for Spokane, and I'm asking for your vote.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
MeTV presents Svengoolie's Halloween Bonanza.
Featuring me.
A full month of tricks and treats.
All October long.
Svengoolie's Bonanza on MeTV 4.2.
Our beautiful courses welcome you. Downriver, Esmeralda, Indian Canyon, and Qualchin. It's your time to enjoy the game. There are no bad golf days. Book your tee time online at SpokaneGolf.org.
Live with Kelly and Mark is entertainment's #1 talk show.
Weekdays at 9 and 3.
It was a tough day for WSU, falling big to the Arizona Wildcats in Pullman. The Cougs tried to rebound from last week's loss against UCLA, but the team came up short, suffering its second loss in as many games. Julian Minenson is live in Pullman tonight. Julian?
Emily, I think the word for tonight's game that I've seen Cougs fans put a lot on Twitter tonight is embarrassing, and that's probably what the team would characterize this as. This is one of the worst losses in quite some time for Washington State. You think of a double-digit loss to USC in 2021. You think of a tough Apple Cup loss back in 2016 to Washington, and this one ranks right up there. Now, look, it didn't start off this way. Washington State scored the first touchdown of the game, took the lead, but it was all Arizona after that, scoring 44 unanswered points, leading the Wildcats to victory and spoiling the homecoming party for the Cougars. And you can point to a lot of different things here. The offense was stagnant. The defense didn't really stop anything. They couldn't probably even stop a cold on that side when it came to the Wildcats. So a lot of tough things happening here tonight. What was supposed to be a momentous and celebration of a weekend, but instead it was a loss. And it starts not next week, the rebound. It doesn't start next week against Oregon. It starts tomorrow when Jake Dicker gets back in the office. Here's what he had to say about tonight's tough loss for the Cougs.
You know, not that it's going back and looking in the mirror, but it starts with me. I got outcoached today. You know, and I'll take that. You know, obviously the team wasn't prepared. We're better, we feel, than this result, and we got to find ways to fix it. And that's what we talked about in there. I mean, it's the truth. The truth is 6 games in, we're 4-2. We've shown ability to play some really good football. You know, and we showed unfortunately, the other side of it the last 2 weeks, if we don't do what we're exactly needing to do, and we got to coach it better. All right, it starts with me. And, you know, we'll look in the mirror first and give credit to Arizona for what they did tonight.
And Washington State will look to bounce back next week against Oregon, who is coming off a tough loss to Washington. So we'll see if the Cougs can get back. Still a lot to play for. Still potentially a bowl game down the line. Reporting in Pullman, Julian Minenson, 4 News Now Sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Meet Gold Bond Daily Healing, a powerhouse lotion that moisturizes, heals, and smooths dry skin with 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins. And new Gold Bond Healing Sensitive, clinically shown to heal and moisturize dry, sensitive skin. Gold Bond.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Krystexxa.
Krystexxa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Krystexxa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Krystexxa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Krystexxa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Krystexxa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Krystexxa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Krystexxa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Krystexxa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Krystexxa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
Get ready for fall with Pape Machinery. Right now, we're offering big discounts on remaining 2022 John Deere compact utility tractors. Get a 1025R tractor loader backhoe for as low as $299 per month with 0% financing for 84 months. These offers are only good now through October, so stop by your local Pape Machinery Ag and Turf store to take advantage today. Pape keeps you moving.
Are you ready for winter and unexpected power outages? Talk with the experts at Country Homes Power to find the best fireplace to protect your home, even when the power goes out. Like Valor Gas Fireplaces. Visit Country Homes Power today.
Accusations of abuse and neglect at a North Idaho youth home.
I have never seen things like I saw at Cornerstone.
Fights, suicide attempts, rape, all part of a shocking 82-page complaint.
My biggest concern, is that a kid is going to die.
Why is the home still operating? And are children in danger there? Robin Nance went to the home's owner to get answers.
The article says Cornerstone repeatedly put children in harm's way.
Watch Wednesday, only on 4 News Now at 6.
Well, just checking in at some of the weather stations around the inland northwest. We have rain coming down now in Ephrata. We have rain coming down now at Spokane Airport. So we were talking at the beginning of the show that it was going to take a little bit of time. Now that the rain was here, for the atmosphere to moisten up and that rain to actually hit the ground. Looks like we're seeing that now across the region. So a nice little bit of rain overnight. That's the best time, right? Because then we don't have to worry about it so much. Expect some weather to be wet off and on through about 2 in the morning, but by the time we're getting up, things are looking pretty good out there. Pretty mild night as well in the upper 40s. Now, there is more rain coming for Monday, along with some windy conditions, but overall, some really beautiful weather coming up here as we enter the second half of October. Definitely on the warm side, but we got to cherish the warmth while we have it, because you never know when winter will show up and cut fall off. We saw that last year.
I've got some flowers on the front porch still going strong, and I guess I'm off the hook from watering them for the next couple of days.
See, there you go. Great silver lining there.
All right, well, this is a story I love because I love Costco. More than 69 million households have annual Costco memberships, and maybe one more by tomorrow. I'm trying to talk Matt into joining. And now one couple is sharing their best secrets to saving after researching the chain for years. David and Susan Schwartz have been researching the ins and outs of Costco from around the world for more than 5 years. And now they're letting shoppers in on their tips in their new book, The Joy of Costco. When it comes to saving on essentials, 2 items are at the top of their list. That is paper towels and, well, toilet paper. The Schwartz also suggest you pay attention to other services like the pharmacy and the optical center. Contact lenses sold under the company's Kirkland brand sell for $60, that's for a 90-pack, which can be 15 to 35% less than other brands.
So, for example, we rent our cars through Costco at major car rental places for 20% off. That's a great deal.
Other times, the Schwartz say you can save big. Other things, that is, include meat and alcohol. And they say the discounts run from 20 to 30%, and vacations are also great deals. And to wrap up our show this evening, a little Spokane pride. Macklemore took to Facebook today to talk about his love for the Lilac City, saying Spokane, quote, reminds me of Seattle back in the 80s before IKEA looking like condos and tech took over. There's a nostalgic American vibe from old brick buildings, wide streets, and incredible vintage missions. Well, we can appreciate.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.